Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At their own 24-yard line.
We're ready. Hey, no more.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 9 now. And right away, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. Down to the 25. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on set. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darrell Henderson, touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The throw over the middle taken in. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They run on first down with Jackson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll drop the throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down now, it's Henderson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Come on, fellas. On the return. The Redskins take over first and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, go get him. Go get him. 45. Mike, 45.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Stick guy. Check stick guy.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Smith here. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. There he goes, left side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Now watch one. Shift.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. They will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Second and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Dean. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Lucky.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast of Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's not going to get me. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Neutral focus. $45 the mic. $45 the mic. Come off the ball. Hard. Deuce.
They'll look to throw here. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Henderson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54, Mike. Check. No, 54. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 5-4.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Come on, set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's our time. It's our time. Watch the safety.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in, and the Falcons cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Set, ready. Touchdown. I know he ain't got it. Tighten up. Check. It's free. Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Again, it's Henderson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Henderson going to run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Let's get it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
2nd and 13. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Look, tighten up. Go, Mike 51. Go. Hey, it's coming up. Go. Hey, let's go. Come quick. 3 bud.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 9 now. That's taken in by Henderson. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop the throw. He finds Taylor, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, I'm coming after you. He's coming. We got you.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question. They've got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check three. Watch the eye. Watch twist.
2nd and 14. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54 is Mike. Check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's got this down to the 35. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he coughed it up. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Redskins, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will